sound you hear isn't background music. It's a real signal, a radio emission captured by spacecraft. The electromagnetic voice of Saturn screaming into the darkness of space. For centuries, humanity saw Saturn as something peaceful, a shining jewel in the night sky, a golden giant surrounded by glowing rings, drifting quietly through the void. We admired its beauty. But beauty can be deceiving, because Saturn is not calm. It is a colossal world of chaos, a violent sphere of hydrogen and helium, spinning so rapidly that the planet literally squashes itself flat, bulging at the equator like a cosmic pumpkin. Beneath its elegant appearance lies a place of impossible storms, strange geometry, and gravity powerful enough to tear entire worlds apart. Welcome to the Lord of Chaos, the crown of Saturn. From Earth, Saturn's rings look like perfect golden halos, smooth, solid, and eternal. But if you ever flew inside them, the illusion would vanish instantly. The rings are not solid at all. They are a massive storm of ice and rock fragments, moving at incredible speeds. Some particles are smaller than grains of sand. Others are as large as mountains. All of them are racing around Saturn at thousands of kilometers per hour, constantly colliding, shattering, and reforming. Imagine a gigantic blizzard made of razor-sharp ice. A storm stretching 300,000 kilometers wide, yet astonishingly thin. In some areas, the rings are only 10 meters thick. A cosmic blade cutting through the darkness. But where did these rings come from? Scientists believe they were born from a catastrophe. Long ago, a massive moon wandered too close to Saturn. It crossed a deadly boundary known as the Roche limit, the distance where gravity becomes lethal. Saturn's tidal forces ripped the moon apart. Its crust shattered, its core collapsed. An entire world was torn into trillions of frozen fragments. Those fragments are still orbiting today. The rings we admire are not decoration. They are the remains of a dead moon, a planetary graveyard suspended in space. The impossible storm. Saturn's rings are only the beginning. Look closer at the planet's north pole. Nature rarely creates perfect shapes. Storms should form circles, spirals, chaos. But on Saturn, something impossible exists. A perfect hexagon. 6 sides, 6 straight edges. A geometric pattern the size of a continent. But this is not a symbol, it's a storm. A gigantic hurricane wide enough to swallow 4 Earths. Its walls extend hundreds of kilometers deep into the atmosphere. At the center spins a terrifying vortex, a massive red storm resembling a rose made of hurricanes. This structure has existed for decades, possibly centuries. A perfect geometric scar carved into the clouds of a giant planet. The planet that explodes. And sometimes Saturn erupts. Every 30 Earth years, a colossal storm awakens. Scientists call it the Great White Spot. This storm grows so large, it wraps around the entire planet. Imagine a thunderstorm covering the whole Earth. Lightning flashes inside it, bolts 10,000 times stronger than anything on our world. deep gases rise upward, forming enormous white clouds of frozen ammonia. For a short time, the golden planet transforms into a ghostly white sphere, a reminder that beneath Saturn's calm exterior lies a massive engine of heat and pressure, waiting, building, exploding. Titan, the fake Earth. Saturn rules over more than 140 moons, but one of them is truly strange. Its name is Titan. Titan is the only moon in the solar system with a thick atmosphere. In fact, the air pressure there is higher than on Earth. If you stood on Titan, the landscape might feel strangely familiar. You would see rivers, lakes, clouds drifting across the sky. But Titan is not Earth. Its rivers are not water. They are liquid methane and ethane, natural gas flowing across the surface. Rain falls from the sky, not as water, but as fuel. The temperature is around -179 degrees Celsius, cold enough that human skin would freeze instantly. And the vast dunes covering Titan's surface are not sand. They are tiny grains of hydrocarbons, essentially plastic dust shaped into towering dunes by alien winds. Titan looks like Earth, but it is a toxic mirror of our world. Enceladus, the hidden ocean. Further out orbits a small bright moon called Enceladus. At first glance it looks like nothing more than a frozen snowball. But this tiny world hides a secret. Deep cracks at its south pole, known as tiger stripes, constantly erupt with gigantic geysers. Jets of water vapor blast hundreds of kilometers into space. Saturn's gravity squeezes the moon like a stress ball, generating heat deep inside its core. Under the thick ice crust lies a global ocean of liquid water. That ocean contains salt, organic molecules, and heat. 3 ingredients essential for life. Some scientists believe that deep within the dark oceans of Enceladus, something could be swimming. Cassini's final sacrifice. To uncover these secrets, humanity sent a robotic explorer, the Cassini spacecraft. For 13 years, Cassini orbited Saturn, revealing its storms, moons, and mysteries. But in 2017, its mission reached an end. Cassini was running out of fuel. NASA faced a difficult decision. If the spacecraft lost control, it might crash into moons like Enceladus and contaminate them with Earth bacteria. So they chose a different fate. Cassini would die. On its final mission, the spacecraft plunged directly into Saturn's atmosphere. As it descended, it kept its antenna pointed toward Earth, transmitting data until the very last second. Then, the heat and pressure destroyed it. Cassini melted, vaporized, and became part of Saturn forever. The dying rings. Saturn looks eternal, but even giants do not last forever. Gravity is slowly pulling the rings down toward the planet, in a process scientists call ring rain. Tiny particles are falling into Saturn every second. In about 100 million years, a brief moment in cosmic time, the rings will disappear completely. Saturn will become just another lonely gas giant in the dark. The most beautiful feature of the planet will be gone. Final thought. So the next time you look up at Saturn through a telescope, remember what you're truly seeing. A contemporary masterpiece of gravity and destruction. A beautiful trap floating in space. Saturn may be the most stunning planet in our sky, but beauty can be deadly.